Hi, and thanks for logging on to the daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, 13th day of April, 17th day of Nissan. Here we go. Okay, I hope you're having a wonderful Moed. I hope you have had a great Yom Tov, and I want to tell you some of the halachas that you need to know for now for the days of Chol HaMoed. First of all, please remember every day to count the number of Sfiras HaOmer. I won't really be able to tell you what number it is each day because these are taped earlier and sometimes you'll hear them the day after, and people keep different times, and in Israel, they're 7 hours ahead of us, and people are listening to this on different parts of the globe. So all I can do is remind you to count Sfira each day, count Sfira, and check what day it is in your area, and make sure to get that right. I can't know exactly when you're hearing this halacha. Okay, but what I do want you to know is we have now switched over to no longer saying Mashiv Haruach. That switched on the first day of Pesach, and that means for Ashkenaz people, you are no longer saying Mashiv Haruach. I hope you knew that. We taught it to you right before Pesach, and also if you're Sfard, you're now saying Morid Hatal. Also, in your weekday Shmona Esreis, the ones where you say the bracha Barech Aleinu, you are switching over from saying V'sein Tal Umatar Livracha and switching into saying V'sein Beracha, and that has started. And V'sein Beracha you should be bumping into, well, already in your Marav Shmona Esrei at the end of the Yom Tov. In every weekday Shmona Esrei now, you'll be saying the same bracha. The general rule for all of the switchovers from Mashiv Haruach is that if you said the wrong thing, then you have to repeat the Shmona Esrei. So if you're Ashkenaz and you said Mashiv Haruach instead of nothing, you have to repeat the Shmona Esrei. If you're Sfard and you said Mashiv Haruach instead of Morid Atal, you have to repeat the Shmona Esrei. So please remember to get that right. You don't want to be having to repeat the Shemona Esrei. And whenever you forget and you don't know what you did, you have to assume that you said the wrong thing because your habit is still going over to the old way. So please be very, very careful with that. Now, as far as the bracha of this, oh, and there's no makeup. In other words, if you remember in the middle of Shemona Esrei, if it's anywhere after the bracha that comes right after Mashiv Haruach, it's too late to make the switch over. If you forget to say the same bracha, and you said the same talamatali bracha, there is a possible makeup for that later in the Shemona Esrei because that's a request. See, Mashiv Haruach is more like a praise of God, and once you praise the wrong praise, where are you going to insert a fixed praise? In the request part of Shemona Esrei in the middle? No, then you're already in the middle of the requests. But when you're asking for bracha, when you're asking for no longer, the rainy season, but you're asking for bracha, so that has to be asked in the asking section, and that section goes all the way until the end of Shema Kolenu. So there's a makeup for that. If you forgot to say V'sein Beracha, you can add it in the Shema Kolenu bracha. What you would do is, when you get to the words Ki Ata Shomea, just before those words, when you're just making your final request, you can insert there other requests that you have, even in English or whatever language you want to speak to God in. You would insert them there, and you can insert the request of the same bracha al pnei ha'adama. Please give us blessing all over the face of the earth, and that will be the request that you bungled when you said the wrong one during Baruch Aleinu. So that would be a legitimate fix for if you forgot to do anything proper during the bracha of Baruch Aleinu. But if you forget Mashiv Haruach, in other words, you forget and say Mashiv Haruach, and you didn't say the right praise, which is 0 if you're Ashkenaz and Morid Atal if you're Sfard, then you would have to repeat the Shemona Esrei. After 101 times, some people say 90, some people say 101, but after 101 or 90 times, then the habit has switched. So some people do actually make the halachic switch over by spending about 5 or 10 minutes saying the words before with the switch. You would say you say that 101 times, skipping that little Mashiv Haruach thing. Or you say the bracha of Barech Aleinu, just a few words before the same bracha, together with the same bracha 101 times, and that switches over your habit. Then if you forget what you did, you can assume that you did your new right habit. So you might want to spend a few minutes doing that, then you'll never have to worry if you got it wrong. If you don't know what I'm saying, if that sounded confusing, ask your rabbi. He could help clarify what this is all about. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.